Hello, I'm John Oliver, and this is Food Court. If it pleases the court, we're talking about British cuisine, and you've probably already got some insulting thoughts in your head, so how about you just put those to one side, rather than prejudging it on jokes you heard in the 1970s. Okay? Traditional UK cuisine often gets a bad rap, that's exactly what I said. Warranted? Question mark? Depends when. If you're talking about my childhood, the 70s, yeah, warranted. Warranted in a way you wouldn't believe. It was bad. I would argue there are reasons for that. There was rations during my parents' childhood, so you did generationally have people without much access to exotic food or spices or what you might refer to as flavours. I distinctly remember the first time my dad, he brought home one croissant, put it in the middle of the table and said, let's each have a piece of this. I think we need to learn how to deal with this. However, you go to any major city, there's fantastic food. Indian food, they're incredible Indian food. I was literally about to say we have the best Indian food in the world, but I stopped myself because that kind of imperial assertion from a British accent is riot-inducing. We have excellent Indian food. It's basically, I was going to say it's basically Britain's national dish. Why is that, John? There's a lot of history there. If you're going to Britain and you're going to order one thing, go and have some Indian food, because the Indian food there is incredible. Is the term pudding used too loosely? I would argue you use it too tightly. When I was a kid, pudding just meant dessert. What, are you going to have some pudding? What will you have for your pudding? And that could be anything. Yorkshire pudding? Is it just bread in a muffin tin? Come on. No, it's not. It's batter in a muffin tin. But it's actually very good. Basically, you have it on the side of a roast dinner, you pour gravy into it, and don't get all judgmental about that. I've seen your soup in a bread bowl, so I don't want to hear any sticky toffee pudding. That is a great... Who's got a problem with sticky toffee pudding? Do people not like sticky... That's a great dessert. Sticky toffee pudding is fantastic. You come with the king, you best not miss here. You're coming for sticky toffee pudding, you are picking the wrong fight. Figgy pudding? I don't even know what that is. I genuinely don't know what that is. Do we sing about it once a year? Guilty as charged. The very concept of that sounds like a digestive hand grenade. Do you like American pudding? No, I don't. Because it's disappointing and narrow. Well, it's yogurt, isn't it? Really? How would you describe American? What is American pudding, really? It's custard. Oh, it's custard. And you would just eat custard out of a tub like an animal. Scotch eggs, love them or hate them. Oh man, it is hard for me to stage a coherent defense of the Scotch egg. What you got to understand there is, I believe the selling point of that foodstuff was that you could put it in your pocket on its own, loose. That you could go and work in the fields with an egg surrounded by sausage, breaded, battered and fried. And you would work somehow not having that encumber you at all, and then you would eat it and presumably work for the rest of the afternoon, not sit down with a stomachache and beg for the sweet release of death. Just an absolutely horrendous way to treat an egg. Spotted dick. Yeah, okay, I thought this would come up. Is it offensive? Should it be cancelled? It's not great as a meal. Okay, it's not going to be a pleasant experience for you or your body for about 4 to 5 hours afterwards, but you do your best. Right, we got through the Blitz. We can get through eating spotted dick. It made me who I am today, which is 60% sad. It. YOLO. Head-to-head smackdown. Full English breakfast versus classic American breakfast. Black pudding versus sausage patties. Ooh. It is a race to the bottom here. I don't know if you know what a black pudding is. I don't want to tell you. Pause this video, Google it now. Yeah. Sometimes a little knowledge is a terrible thing. Sausage patty is, I've never liked your sausage patties, but, you know, gun to my head, black pudding, sausage patty, I'm forcing down a sausage patty while crying. Back bacon or crispy bacon? Crispy bacon every time. Grilled tomatoes or pancakes? Tomatoes. Fried mushrooms or home fries? I will take the mushrooms. Beans? The whole question is, beans? Question mark. In the morning? Question mark. Yeah, beans in the morning. I've always had beans with breakfast, but now you put it like that. It is madness. Tea, is it a drink or a way of life? It is both. Little column A, little column B there. How do you take your tea? Spoiler alert, it involves a bag and hot water. Bag in first. Hot water on top of the bag. Spoon, jab the bag. Jab it. Jab it. Not like you hate it, but like you're trying to send a message. Jab it. Press it. Jab it. Press it. Swirl it. Press it. Leave it in. Step back. Yank it out. Splash of milk. What's your favourite tea time? 11s, cream tea? Who the told you about 11s? How do you find out about 11s? What British person works here that told you about 11s? I don't like the fact you know what 11s are. I mean, 11s, I used to love 11s so much. 11s, cream tea, low tea, high tea, royal tea. Royal tea? No. An afternoon tea. Because I'll have a coffee in the morning because, you know, mornings are a challenge. An afternoon is to be enjoyed. Long Island iced tea, yes or no? Big no from me on that. Call it something else, Long Island. I don't know what you're doing, but it's not tea. I'm John Oliver, and I'll rest my case. Thank you for watching Food Court.